Subscribe if you're always missing a sixth person. Hey, it's Friendly, and I make straight-to-the-point guides and helpful content. Visit my channel and try one of my step-by-step guides for Destiny 2. At time of filming, all current non-sunset reprised Destiny 2 raids and dungeon guides are available here. For example, Last Wish, Deepstone Crypt, Vault of Glass, and even the Prophecy Dungeon. If these do help you out, share with your clan or your friends. Comment will help you out, leave a like, and subscribe for more straight-to-the-point content. Without further ado, let's get into it. Ghosts of the Deep Dungeon. There are only two simple mechanics to remember. Fighting Lucent Hive, finishing them. Finishing them grants the finisher a buff. Use this buff throughout the dungeon within the time allowed. If you do not use the buff in the time allowed, you die from Ritual Backlash. Simply dying while carrying the buff will also make you lose it. Notice when I'm revived, I do not have the buff anymore. Lastly, the Deep Sight mechanic from the Witch Queen campaign. Step into this Deep Sight cloud, interact, and it will reveal something or multiple things that you can interact with. Encounter 1. From the beach, sparrow straight ahead until you reach this hive ritual. Take note that you are provided 2 statues. It could be these 2 or it could be these 2 in your playthrough. However, it looks like there are statues missing on these round spots. And that's correct. The whole point of this encounter is to fill in those spots with statues. Our goal is to fill in those missing spots by manifesting 4 statues. How do we manifest the statues? Let's go step by step. Begin by looking into the forest. Notice there are 3 possible paths. Begin killing adds. Eventually, this will spawn an ogre on one of those 3 paths, either here on the right, or in the middle right here, or on the very far left path. You can use this map to orient yourself. There's a beach, there's this bunker area, this red tree area, and this power plant looking area. Ogre can spawn here, here, or here. Kill the ogre. This causes a stinky trail to show up. Follow this green stinky trail. The stink trails all have set paths that you can memorize, but just use it as a guideline and keep an eye out for a relic symbol in the sky. Make your way towards that relic symbol in the sky. From that ogre, you are following one route, and on that route, you are following the same exact symbol, one stinky trail at a time. When close to the symbol in the sky, adds will spawn. Kill them all. This will make another stinky trail appear. Follow it. It will point you in the general direction of where you need to go. Remember, you are following the same symbol on your current stinky trail. There are only 3 symbol locations per trail. Keep in mind, killing all the wizards during ad clear makes the symbol disappear, so be careful if you're a forgetful person. Sometimes the trail points you somewhere completely random like off a cliff, and look for the current symbol associated with that route. You might even find it inside a room. At the 3rd location for the current associated symbol, you'll fight a Lucent Hive. Kill it and make sure to finish them. The person finishing it will receive this Vestige of Light buff. Luckily, if you forgot what symbol you were following, you can double check here because the symbol doesn't disappear in this last location. With buff in hand, make your way back to the center ritual. Next is dunking the buff. A special wizard will be waiting for you here. Kill it. It will drop a Deep Sight cloud. Interact. This reveals potential statues that we can manifest. Notice how the 4 potential statues are all smoky and transparent. And notice that these 2 were already provided at the start of the encounter. After revealing the statues, notice how each one has a relic symbol. So whoever finished the Hive Lightbearer and has the Vestige of Light buff, take note of what symbol you are following because your buff is associated with that symbol. Now you need to match the symbol that you've been following around on the stinky trail, and dunk it in the statue with the matching symbol to manifest it correctly. Rinse and repeat for 4 statues total. Locate ogre, kill it, follow green stinky trail. Remember what symbol you're currently following on this trail. Be careful if you're forgetful. Keep following the stinky trail on the symbol. Kill Lucent Hive, finish it. Person who finishes it gets the buff. Return to ritual. Kill special wizard. Use Deep Sight to reveal remaining statues. Dunk your symbol in the statue with the correct matching symbol. Make sure to use your buff in the time limit or you will die from Ritual Backlash. Also, try not to die with the buff because you'll have to repeat all those steps with the ogre, the trail, and the symbol again, just to get the buff again. The stinky trail seems misleading, but you'll learn where the next location is. The next spot for this trail apparently is up this mountain, so just manifest the last statue and you'll be done with this encounter. Next up is a lot of platforming. You'll be swimming, so pick up bubbles to reset your debuff. And just keep traveling downwards, even if it means going off an edge. Eventually, you'll find yourself in this area with a Lucent Knight chasing you. Run away and head up to the surface. Encounter 2. He's literally a tank and will be in your face, so I highly value swords and slug shotguns. If you can safely use a rocket launcher, then craft a Godroll Apex Predator and go to town, as long as there is a Gallahorn on the team. Tractor Cannon with Hammer Titan also works perfectly, just like for Galron. Think of fighting Galron. Ideally, bring a Thunder Crash with Cuirass and 1 other Burst Super along with Well. You'll be fighting this Lucent Knight, but of course he's immune. Let's go over to arena layout first. Here's a main arena with a green bonfire in the middle. There are several holes to drop down underwater, and a larger central drop down too. In this underwater maze, you'll find more relic symbols along the walls that you can touch. Thank you Priyani for this map. Use this map or you can walk around until you find the right symbols that you need. There are 3 statues. Go up the stairs and you'll see this one on the right, one in center, one in left. Let's jump right into order of operations. This is the arena with green bonfire in the middle. Green dots are drop downs to go underwater, dunk statues, and the stairs that lead to them. A yellow bar knight will spawn in front of each statue. Kill them all. They can be a bit chunky though. Once all 3 are dead, ogre will spawn at the center statue. As shown, ogre spawns. Kill it, then immediately turn around and go towards green bonfire. When ogre dies, deep sight will spawn in front of green bonfire. When ogre dies, immediately turn around and go towards green bonfire. Deep sight will be there. Use deep sight. Read both walls. See which 3 symbols in total you will need. Example, as shown, we need hamburger, backwards R, and 3 dots on top. Remember these 3 symbols. Then as a team, or just send one person, go down underwater. Search for those 3 correct symbols along the walls. As shown here, go up and touch the correct symbols. Every correct symbol you touch will spawn a Lucent Hive wizard in the boss room. 3 correct symbols means 3 total Lucent Hive wizards. Touch all 3 correct symbols and you receive message for confirmation. 3 Lucent wizards on surface spawned, because 3 correct runes touched. Kill them, finish them, the finisher person gets Vestige of Light buff. All statues must receive this buff. 1 dunk per statue. As shown, dunk buff at statue. Once all 3 statues receive a dunk, prepare for DPS. The boss will appear at green bonfire location. However, ignore him and walk past him because our priority is a yellow bar knight that spawns behind him, the Wellkeeper Knight. Kill yellow bar knight, will drop an aura. Standing in aura grants piercing light. Use this piercing light to take down boss's immune shield. Hit him hard with tractor cannon, fusions, slug shotgun, swords, rockets. Please bring a well. Then just rinse and repeat. Kill all yellow bar knights that spawn in front of statues. Kill ogre that spawns in front of center statue. Once he dies, immediately turn around, go towards green bonfire. Use the resulting deep sight. Check both walls to see what 3 symbols you need. Then as team or solo, go underwater. Find and touch the 3 correct symbols. Each correctly touched symbol spawns a Lucent Hive wizard. Touching all 3 correct runes will get this message as confirmation. Resurface. Kill all 3 resulting Lucent Hive wizards. Finish them. Finisher person will get Vestige of Light buff. 3 wizards means 3 buffs to be dunked at 3 statues. Dunk 1 buff at each statue. As shown, Vault dunks at the center. Statue glows green. This means he did it successfully. Then he makes his way to the left side statue. I'm tracing him. He dunks at the left side statue as well. As he dunks, notice that the left statue also glows green. Boss will rise where the green bonfire is. Remember, just ignore him and walk past him. Kill the Wellkeeper Knight right away. Stand in the resulting aura for piercing light. Take down boss shield. Damage the boss. Here's some helpful notes that you might already know. If you're hurt, jump into the water. Apparently, it gives you an overshield temporarily. The boss underwater is not too bad. He'll only knock away your pressure debuff. You shouldn't die from him hitting you. As shown here, you can finish multiple wizards and carry around more than 1 buff. I now have 2 stacks of Vestige of Light buffs. Take a look at Vault 40. He dunks at the center statue, then right after he goes to the left statue and dunks again, meaning he had 2 stacks of the buff. When the boss dies, don't forget to finish his ghost. I'm really sorry, there'll be more jumping, walking, and swimming before we get to the final boss. Final boss. This is a wizard type boss that moves around a lot, so divinity will help out a lot. And it is possible to melt her with heavy linears and divinity. If you don't have these, a machine gun will be fine, especially Thunderlord with divinity. A well is almost mandatory because of her constant shooting, and yes, you can Thunder Crash her. Hunters should debuff her unless you have an awesome burst Star Eater build. The challenge is her movement, so keep that in mind. We're fighting a wizard boss. We'll be repeating similar mechanics. We have Deep Sight, revealing objects we will interact with. We have to fight Lucent Hive Lightbearers. And we have to get symbol buffs and dunk them in the correct matching symbol. This is a 2-part battle. First, we have to reveal the physical, geographical locations of the dunk location for each symbol. Then we have to determine what symbol will be needed at that particular dunk location. For example, burger is needed here, ice cream cone over there, and jellyfish over here. Part 2 is simply retrieving those symbol buffs and dunking them where they are needed. So let's talk part 1. There will be deep sight clouds found everywhere across the arena. They'll respawn and pop up all over, just keep an eye out. Activating deep sight reveals a green triangle with 3 connecting points. Shown here, as soon as Vault uses deep sight, a triangle with 3 points will appear. You'll know because this message will pop up. What we're interested in are the 3 main glowing points. These 3 points are located at different parts of Oryx's body, which are scattered across the arena. Those 3 points could be this set of 3 points, this set of 3, or this set of 3. To reiterate, those set of 3 points could occupy any 3 of these spots. It could be these 3, it could be these 3, or it could be these 3. Each new DPS phase will refresh the locations, so it's up to you to reveal the locations. And that's because we need to know where to dunk the symbols and which symbols to dunk. Notice how each point is now populated by a symbol. This is the information we want to get. We'll discuss how to populate each point with a symbol very soon. The second part of this fight is dunking the symbols. As we just discussed, using Deep Sight generates a triangle. But notice how a small dark sphere spawns right below each point in the triangle. We will discuss this later, but these dark orbs is where you will deposit the actual symbol buffs. I am prompted to dunk because I am holding a buff. However, as shown here, I cannot dunk anything because I don't have a buff. You have to be quick because these dunk spots only last as long as a Deep Sight. Remember, those dunk locations can be any 3 body parts. Once we know which body part locations to focus on, we have to determine which symbols are needed at each location. If these are our 3 symbols, we need to make this into this. If you have not revealed all 3 symbols at each point, you will not be able to dunk. Notice here, I can't dunk anything at all. There's also no prompt for imbuing with Vestige of Light. So how do we go from here to here? Well, let's go step by step. Find this special knight. Even if he dies, he will respawn and always chase you down, so don't worry, he'll come to you. Your goal is to kill him while you are near a body part. As long as you are standing near or on a body part, you will be granted something called Ritual Conductor. It does not matter where the knight is. The only thing that matters is that you kill the knight while you are standing near a body part and you have this buff active. As shown, Vault 40 is near a body part. Notice the green aura, he definitely has the Ritual Conductor buff. Killing the knight while doing so will reveal these 2 objects in the sky. Next, you need to position yourself and place the hive object in the middle of the circle object within your reticle or just in your point of view. Doing so reveals the very first symbol at one of the symbol locations. Now, just rinse and repeat. Kill the special knight while you're near a body part like Vault 40 is doing as shown. Make sure you have this buff when you kill the knight. Remember, it does not matter where the knight is standing. It matters where you are standing when he is killed. Doing so reveals another pair of hive and ring objects. Keep adjusting your position. Sometimes it's hard to perfectly center the hive symbol inside the ring as shown. Others are easier to do. With enough rinse and repeat, we've populated the 3 points with symbols. For example, we went from knowing nothing about what symbol goes where to having a symbol here, one here, and another here. And connecting the dots, we have this. Now we know which symbols go where. Now we just have to go get those symbol buffs and dunk them. Part 1 done. Time for part 2, getting those symbol buffs and dunking them. In part 2, it's time to go into these side rooms. Each one is a short swimming passage that leads you to a fight with a hive Lightbearer. Using this map, here are the water doors. These 2 lead you to the knight. These 2 lead you to the wizard. These 2 lead you to the hunter. Go in as a team or 1v1 them, it doesn't matter. What does matter is as you enter, remember what symbol you see in the room with the hive Lightbearer. Whether you're fighting the wizard, hunter, or knight, write down the symbol you see in the room on paper or jot it down in team chat if you're forgetful. This is really important because when you kill the Lightbearer and you finish it, what you're doing is you're taking the symbol and the symbol's power away with you. As shown, notice how it fades away in the background. This means you can't double check what the symbol was once the Lightbearer is dead. Let's see this again in slow motion. The symbol is gone in the background. As before, finishing grants you the Vestige of whatever you killed buff. You now have a buff associated with the symbol in the room. As shown, I have the Vestige of a Knight. Exact same as Vestige of Light as before. Just please remember what symbol you have. Make your way back out, search for the location with the matching symbol, and if there is no dunk option, activate Deep Sight as we discussed. This spawns the small dark spheres, allowing you to dunk your symbol buff into the matching symbol location. So everyone dunk their respective symbols. Each correct dunk weakens the boss's ritual. On the 3rd symbol dunked, the boss is infused with light and ready for DPS. If you dunk the wrong symbol, you die and you get a message stating you wasted your buff. Before starting DPS, I recommend 2 people dunk their symbols first. As before, this will weaken the boss's ritual. Wait for everyone to gather on the 3rd person and the 3rd person dunk location. As shown, we are all gathering on Vault 40's location. As an example, we have all gathered here. 3rd person dunks, boss is ready for DPS. When we're standing on that 3rd person's dunk location, we have Piercing Light once again. So stay in the current location's aura and take down her shield. Once her shield is gone, you're free to move about and damage her. Then just rinse and repeat. Part 1, we need to reveal the new set of 3 points and determine what symbols go where amongst those 3 points. Kill Special Knight while standing near a body part, which grants you this buff. Kill Knight to reveal these two objects. Try to center the hive-looking object inside the ring. This will assign a symbol to one of the 3 points that you revealed. Rinse and repeat until all 3 symbols have been assigned. Go and get symbol buffs by fighting Lucent Hive Lightbearers. Take note of what symbol is in the Lightbearer's room. Come back out and dunk it in its corresponding matching location. Each dunk will weaken her control of the ritual. And take your time before dunking the 3rd symbol. Everyone should just meet up on that last person before dunking it. Then stay in the aura, make sure you have Piercing Light, take down the shield. Even Thunder Crash works. Once she dies, make sure to finish her. And you're done. If this helped, comment how it helped you below and share the guide with a friend or two. I do read all the comments, so let me know what you'd like to see improved next time or what worked well for you. In any case, if any of this helped or you think it might help someone else, leave a like, consider subscribing for more helpful content, and I'll see you next time.